So we get our calculators, or if we're gigantic geeks, we can do it in our heads. 483 times 360 is 173,880. Now, after we dot our I's and cross our T's and carry our ones and whatnot, the beginning of the prophecy was in 444. If you do the math, that brings us to the month of Nisan, April 3rd. Oh, excuse me. March 30th, 33 AD. Alright? Now that might not seem significant until you turn to the New Testament. The New Testament happens to document in detail what Jesus was doing on that day. When you take a very close look at the New Testament, it says that Jesus died on Nisan 14, on a Friday. Now if you think about your birthday always comes on the exact same day of the month, but it's not always on the same day of the week. So we're looking for a date that's Nisan 14 and a Friday. So the date of the crucifixion, once you've done all your research, is April 3rd, 33 AD. So what we're looking at is March 30th, 33 AD. So what happened on that day? You look at Luke 19:28. See the caption? It says the triumphal entry. So it's Nisan 10. It's the exact day of the triumphal entry of Jesus into the city of Jerusalem. The exact day that he presented himself to Israel as Messiah the Prince. Coincidence? Well, let's read at 28. After Jesus had said this, he went on ahead, going up to Jerusalem. As he approached Bethphage and Bethany, he sent out two of his disciples, saying to them, "Go to the village ahead of you, and as you enter it, you will find a colt there, which no one has ever ridden. If anyone asks you, 'Why are you untying this?' tell them the Lord needs it." Boy, that's interesting. There was a colt waiting there, almost like it was meant to be. It was. Zechariah 9:9, "Rejoice greatly, shout, daughter of Jerusalem. Your king comes to you, righteous and having salvation, riding on a donkey, on the foal of a donkey." That was written 500 years before Christ. To the Jews, the donkey is the animal of peace. So when he strides into Jerusalem, he's the Prince of Peace. But go back to 32, verse 32 in Luke. Those who were sent ahead went and found out just as he had told them. As they were untying the colt, his owners asked them, "Why are you untying the colt?" They said, "The Lord needs it." So they brought it to Jesus, threw their cloaks on the colt, and put Jesus on it. As he went along, people spread their cloaks on the road. So the streets are packed with people. The law required that every able-bodied man in the whole country enter in Jerusalem for the Passover. So you're talking about 1 million people crowding the streets. They laid down cloaks, and Jesus rides in a donkey. If you look at verse 37, when he came near the place where the road goes down the Mount of Olives, the whole crowd of disciples began joyfully to praise God. "Blessed is the King who comes in the name of the Lord, peace in heaven and glory in the highest." Some of the Pharisees in the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, rebuke your disciples." Why are they so irritated? It's because they were experts in the Old Testament. They're citing a messianic psalm, that's Psalm 119. How could this carpenter from Nazareth claim to be the king of Israel? This was an outrage. So how does he respond to it? Verse 40 says, I tell you, if they keep quiet, the stones will cry out. This is a significant statement because all throughout the Gospels, if you read carefully, there's a strange thing going on. When he does miracles, the people come to him and they want to make him king all the time. But his reaction is strange. He knew that they intended to come and make him king by force. So he withdrew to a mountain by himself. If he was really the Messiah, why didn't he allow the people to crown him? John 7:30, they tried to seize him, but no one laid a hand on him because his time had not yet come. The prophecy had not yet run its course. But when the day approached for him to finally enter Jerusalem, he didn't arrive with joy or trumpets. If you look at verse 41, as he approached Jerusalem and saw the city, he wept over it. If you, even you, had only known on this day what would bring you peace, but now it's hidden from your eyes. So they had the scriptures, and 173,880 days from the issuing of the decree, the prophecy is made, and it predicts the exact day of the coming of Messiah the Prince. But they didn't recognize it. Jesus burst into tears because his own people had rejected him for who he truly was. But it wasn't for lack of warning. If Daniel 9 were the only prophecy fulfilled in the entire Bible, that alone would be tremendous evidence for its divine origin. But this is just one prophecy.